is the legitimate head of government.
So, since dialogue might be out of the question, what advice would you give on how to possibly handle the situation?
It will require the presence of international mediators, I think. Well, you see, apart from anything else, Nkurunziza actually will be president and is legitimately president until late August, when his present term of office expires. It's what happens after that that is going to be discussed. I think international observers have to go in. They have to hold serious discussions with both parties and certainly be a darn sight more efficient and effective than the African Union has been so far.
Sorry about that. Well, Mr. Onyema, thank you very much for your time. It's been a pleasure as always. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome, and it's been a pleasure being with you.
Thank you. Mr. Onyema, an African news analyst, speaking to us from London. From East Africa issues, we talk about what's happening in South Africa. Now, crime is universal, and South Africa is no exception. For that reason, an initiative to curb crime in Cape Town's notorious gang turfs reaches out to warring sides to find non-violent alternatives to dealing with conflict and give youth more positive role models.
In the facade of Cape Town's iconic Table Mountain and tourist attractions, violent street gangs stalk the Cape Flats, a low-lying area of the city considered one of the most dangerous places in South Africa. Here, drugs fuel a way of life where generations share addiction, from grandparents to babies. For some, the drugs are an escape, and for others, they are the fuel that runs the gang culture. A project called Ceasefire in the Hanover Park area is trying a different approach to stop the gang-based violence that claims hundreds of lives every year. Based on an initiative first implemented in the United States, Ceasefire focuses on street-level outreach by urging gang members not necessarily to leave the streets, but to stop gun violence and find alternatives to violence between gangs. The city-funded project trains what they call violence interrupters, who are members of the community and understand the gang culture, to reach out and mediate in conflicts. Nealon Peterson had been a gangster for over 30 years before he joined Ceasefire to become a violence interrupter.
I was 17 years old when I was first involved with my first murder. Through a drain cover on a guy's head. Got 7-8 times through the ground cover, made sure he was dead. 91, I got 18 years. I got an 18 years jail sentence for shooting 9 people. And I was about 11 months I was in my jail sentence. And my appeal came through, my sentence changed to 2 years imprisonment. Then I came out 1993, the 11th of the 11th month. And I decided when God would give me another chance.
Peterson uses his experiences and street credibility to gain trust so he can try to change behavior, targeting not only youths, but the gang members at the top too.
And I'm still busy working with the guys, changing their norms, changing their minds. Whatever I can do for them, I do for them, because I now got a passion to work with the people.
When Hanover Model was first launched in year 2000 in Chicago's most violent community, as here in Hanover Park, shootings of over 50 per month went down by over half in its first year, according to local statistics. Cape Town's head of Ceasefire, Craven Angel, says everyone is at risk from gang violence, even those who do not participate. Today, he shares information with his 6-year-old granddaughter, collected through a triangulation system that records gunfire audio in order to locate hotspots. He advises her to be vigilant.
Unfortunately, gangsterism affects children very negatively. But at this point in time, children look up to some of the high-risk individuals. They become mentors in the environment, and that's the only thing that sort of stands out for them. So we use the interrupters to educate them, say, this is the beginning of gangsterism, but this will be the end of gangsterism. So they're clearly educated about it, but it's got a negative effect on them, and it traumatizes the kids, it traumatizes the seniors, it traumatizes families, and it disrupts the whole community.
Teenagers are some of the most challenging gang members to influence and are often the shooters because if caught by the police are unlikely to get jail sentences.
I didn't go to school, I didn't finish my school, it wasn't the wrong things, I do everything wrong. I smoke drugs and stuff, rob people and do all the bad stuff, it wasn't good for me.
Ceasefire has been a major influence in a city where there are few options for young people, residents of Hanover Park say.
Ceasefire is the first organization, from what I've known now, that has been reaching out to our children, which means a lot to us. And you can see the progress in our children's lives.
Apart from curbing the violence, Angel says Ceasefire is trying to teach the youth that they can have a future outside of the gangster lifestyle.
Indeed. Now, here is our question of the day. We're asking you about the outcome of the Burundi elections. What do you think will happen in Burundi in the weeks to come following the President Nkurunziza's poll victory? Feel free to reach out to us either via email or Twitter. The address and handle are right there on your screen. As always, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for watching Network Africa. I'm Cynthia Are. Bye for now.